The FTO bike, the bike dedicated to providing very quick tax return. French rental income, what you have to do, what you don't have to do, and furthermore, what you guys have to be aware of, especially since all the 2025 changes. You can be sure that the French tax office will expect a tax return. You cannot miss this. Hello guys, and welcome to French Tax Online. I'm very happy to be with you today and with the FTO bike, which is the bike dedicated to providing very quick tax return. Today, we're going to talk about the French rental income, what you have to do, what you don't have to do, and furthermore, what you guys have to be aware of, especially since all the 2025 changes. Stay tuned, let's go! You're right, it's a very good question. What is a French rental income? Very easy. It's a rental income coming from a French property. And make no mistake, it's the same tax treatment whether you're resident or not. The only thing that matters is it coming from a French property? Very good question as well. To make it simple, the Micro BIC is the easiest one to manage, right? Because there is no accounting, no tax return, etc., etc. You just have to declare the gross rental income, and in the end, you would pay a flat rate tax on your gross rental income. There is no deduction of nothing. The other one, the Régime Réel, would be the actual regime, is more complicated because you have to provide the tax return in France, which would precise all the rental income, the deductible expenses, and then you would pay taxes on the final profit. The French tax office is making a huge difference, well, not that much now, but between the furnished and unfurnished rental income. If you have unfurnished rental income, then it's called revenu foncier in French, and the tax treatment is a bit different. The furnished rental income is commercial, and therefore it's treated as a BIC or micro BIC. Your French rental income will be taxable in France, right? Whether you live in France or not. If you have the micro regime, then you would just declare the gross rental income, and you would pay income tax and social charges on the gross rental income minus an allowance 30 to 50% for expenses. If you have the Régime Réel, then you would pay again income tax and social charges on the final taxable profit, which would be rental income minus the deductible expenses minus depreciation if it's furnished, and that's all. Resident and non-resident are declaring the rental income the same way. If it's a micro regime, then it's very simple. You just have to use the income tax return, Form 2042. If it's a furnished rental income with Régime Réel, then you have to first of all provide the 2031 set of accounts and then declare the profit or the loss on an income tax return. Absolutely. Non-resident can use exactly the same tax regime as the resident, so yes, you can use a micro BIC or a micro-foncier, no problem at all. As I said in the question earlier, you are going to pay taxes on your profits. In the taxes, it's income tax, 20%, okay, plus social charges, 17.2 for French tax resident and non-EU tax resident, and 7.5% for EU tax resident, Swiss tax resident, and the British tax resident. Actually, it depends on how your property is rented. If it's unfurnished, then it doesn't change anything. You will have the same tax treatment as if there was no company. So régime foncier, blah, blah, blah. Your property is rented furnished, then your company is going to switch to a corporate tax regime most of the time, not within a Réel de famille, but that's a very special case. And in this case, what I said earlier is no longer true. Then, in this case, you would pay corporate tax on the taxable profit. Well, if you use platform to advertise your property, first of all, you can be sure that the French tax office knows that you're renting it out and they will expect a tax return. So you cannot miss this. And secondly, it doesn't change anything. Your Airbnb or Abritel income will be declared, as I said before, Micro BIC or Régime Réel or through a business, no problem at all. It depends. If you are using the micro regime, then there is no expense deduction. That's pretty much the goal, right? Because you are going to benefit from an allowance for expenses. That said, if you have a Régime Réel, then yes, you're going to be able to deduct some expenses directly related to the rental income. You're going to be able to deduct some insurance, taxes, interest, etc., etc. You won't be double taxed if that's a concern, because France has a tax treaty with most countries in the world, which means that in your case, you most probably going to declare and pay your taxes in France first, and then declare the same amount in your home country with a deduction of the taxes paid in France already. So in the end, you would not pay double. You would only pay the difference in your home country, depending on the tax treaty, of course. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. I hope you like the new environment. We're trying lots of different things. I hope you like the FTO bike, which is dedicated to you all, because that's all of this is thanks to you. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel and see you soon for a new video. Cheers, guys.